This is TWiT.
Elise, we predicted that Dyson would announce a robotic vacuum cleaner. It looks like they've done it.
It has happened. I have the vacuum cleaner news today. Dyson is unveiling its first robotic vacuum cleaner called the Dyson 360i. And true to its innovative and experimental reputation, it has a 360-degree camera that essentially maps rooms so that it can better navigate the places that you're cleaning. So to tell us more about the Dyson 360i and what it means for the way we'll clean our homes is tech writer Sebastian Anthony of PC Mag and Extreme Tech. Sebastian, welcome.
Hi.
So Dyson, in its announcement, emphasized that navigation was essentially the key here. Tell us why it was really important to them to know rooms.
So, I mean, obviously it's their product, so they're going to hype up the fact that theirs has a fancy camera and the competition Roomba doesn't have a camera. In actual use, this probably won't be massively different from a Roomba, but it will just seem more high-tech. It has more buzzwords. It looks a lot prettier and more brushed aluminium-y than a Roomba. But yeah, it basically, if you imagine it has like a little Kinect on the top of it, and it's constantly scanning the room looking for obstacles like chairs or animals or humans, and it can then use that data to build like a 3D map. If you've ever seen any Kinect hacks or Project Tango, Google's smartphone, same kind of deal. And yeah, it just is it's a more intelligent, advanced way of navigating a room, but it's not necessarily, not necessarily any better than bouncing around like a Roomba, just a different and a more modern way, I would say.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Google Street View car in a sense, and just so people understand the difference, the Roomba sort of goes in a circle, and it bumps into something, so, oh, whoops, that's a wall, and then, oh, wow, that looks like a downstairs, and it sort of maps that there's an edge there, and it sort of turns around and continues, and eventually in this sort of sloppy pattern, it ends up vacuuming the whole place, theoretically. Now, in this case, this is total overkill unless, and this is my personal theory, Dyson is moving toward a world in which this thing will do other things other than vacuum the rug. For example, if it can detect that there is a coffee table or something, maybe it can, in a future version of this, will be able to reach up and dust the coffee table, or, you know, I don't know, pick things up and put it in the laundry, or, you know, who knows? Because if it knows that, if it knows where the objects are, and it can maybe even detect what those objects are, this could do a lot more than vacuum the rug. Or am I just making up something here that isn't likely to happen with this level of technology?
I think that's a fair assessment. I think it's probably still more important at this stage that they've got a very powerful motor into this robotic vacuum cleaner. They're saying that it will actually clean rather than move dust around, which has been an issue with some Roombas. But yes, I mean, this is definitely a very advanced bit of technology. It's going to be very expensive. There are rumors that it might cost $800 or more. A Roomba's $500 by comparison. But yeah, Dyson has shown that it, you know, isn't afraid of going into new markets. It could easily become some kind of intelligent. Maybe the vacuum cleaner itself will be your coffee table rather than, you know, dusting the coffee table. Yeah, I could see it doing some clever things in the future.
Sebastian Anthony is at extremetech and PCMag.com, and you can also find him at msseb.co.uk and on Twitter at Mr. Seb, MRSEB. Thank you so much for joining us, Sebastian.
Thanks.